the High Command in Delhi, the Congress High Command in Delhi has cracked the whip and told both leaders that they and their feud is making the party look bad. Both have received calls from the High Command to try and at least put an end to this rift in public until a decision can be taken. I want to go across to NDTV's Deepak Bopana breaking the story first. Deepak, it looks like the High Command has finally stirred to life, cracked the whip and asked the two warring leaders, DK Shivakumar and the Chief Minister, to behave themselves and put up a united front. We're likely to see that tomorrow. What are you hearing?
Well, Shiv, as I continue to be here outside the Deputy Chief Minister's residence in Sadashivnagar, there is an eerie calm at this point in time. There was a flurry of activity just a while ago, but right now things are calm. But tomorrow, once again, you could sense a lot of things happening because there's a all-important meeting that has now been fixed. And we can confirm that it's scheduled at about 9:30. It's in all likelihood going to happen in Kaveri. That's the official residence of the Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah at this point in time. What I'm picking up is that there was a clear communication that was given that there should be a united front. That there has been a lot of bad blood that has been coming to the fore over the last several days. The latest, of course, was the word play. Especially on social media, and how it played out has not gone down too well with the High Command. The kind of statements that have been coming in, everything has played out Karnataka politics, the Congress government here in very poor light, and that's why they want this meeting to show the people of Karnataka and more importantly reflect nationally that the two leaders are united. They of course have bought themselves some time as well. Now one other important aspect that I'm picking up is that K.C. Venugopal has left for Trivandrum. He's going to be of course there tomorrow the entire day. So there are no meetings, of course, possible without Mr. K.C. Venugopal being there. Sonia Gandhi is arriving early this morning, I'm told, tomorrow morning to Delhi. So a meeting of the two leaders in Delhi could happen day after or later. But the meeting between the two leaders for sure is happening in Bengaluru. And this, of course, could be an opening to more things to come politically here in the state of Karnataka.
Deepak, thanks for that very, very crucial news break. The High Command, which has so far been looking very weak, which has been looking like it is missing in action, appears to have cracked the whip and ordered both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar, at least for the moment, to behave themselves and at least try and put up a united front in public, because their very open and brazen feud, including that social media war, has made the party look very, very bad and made the Karnataka public absolutely shocked at the priorities of the leadership of the Congress party in Karnataka. I'm going to go back to Deepak in just a moment, but let me remind you right now at 8 p.m. of my headlines on India Matters tonight. Let's go straight to the headlines. The Karnataka Game of Thrones is reaching its climax like you just saw in that news break. DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah could be headed to Delhi in the next couple of days. In a cryptic statement, DK Shivakumar has praised Sonia Gandhi for sacrificing the Prime Minister's chair. The two leaders could be meeting tomorrow, the two enemies as it were. Meanwhile, booked for rape, Kerala Congress MLA Rahul Mamkutatil seeks anticipatory bail. Woman files complaint with Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan. It's a big boost for India's economy. Second quarter GDP growth highest in 6 months at 8.2%. Prime Minister Modi says the GDP numbers reflect the impact of our pro-growth policies and reforms. It's a big slap in the face of those who called India a dead economy. You know who they are. Where is Imran Khan? Is he dead or alive? Former Pakistan Prime Minister's family demands proof of life. His party members lay siege outside the jail he's been locked up in for over 845 days and counting. Huge humiliation globally to Pakistan. United Arab Emirates, a close ally of Pakistan, has halted visas for Pakistanis amidst rising cases of crimes and begging raises concerns over Pakistani citizens getting involved in criminal activities. And we're continuing with our big breaking story tonight on India Matters. The Congress Karnataka crisis has now erupted into a full-blown implosion. It's not the BJP that is firing shots. But the biggest possible Karnataka Congress veteran in Karnataka has fired a very, very fiery attack against no less than the Gandhis. Veerappa Moily, old war horse of the Congress party, former Congress chief minister in Karnataka and one of the most senior leaders of the party, has pointed a finger directly at the Congress central leadership and said that the Congress leadership should step down. I am not making this up. You're going to hear it in just a moment. The knives are out for the Congress High Command. Veerappa Moily, a seasoned Congress leader who has served as the Chief Minister of Karnataka under the Congress, has said that the High Command is responsible for the chaos that is taking place between DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah. Listen to it for yourself.
I think the Congress leadership should step down, and all difficulties, people who are in charge of the states, they should brief from time to time, what is the situation here. But that is not being done. There is nobody is made accountable, whether the people in charge of state or the leaders here, and they are not accountable to this party, at any time. Accountability is to the party. It's not to the leader only. This is how we are spoiling our team. And I think the time has come now to collectively put Congress together, people together.
The last 72 hours have literally been chaos in motion in the Karnataka Game of Thrones. Trust the Congress party to turn stability on the back of a landslide assembly election victory in 2023 into a full-blown crisis just 2.5 years later. One of the few states that the party is in power in is now teetering towards instability, with the government's number one and number two, as you've seen, openly at war. If Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh were anything to go by, it is safe to say that the Congress and its high command have simply learnt no lessons. Electoral defeats aside, political optics aside, the latest episode in Karnataka, now reaching some level of a climax, it's a Game of Thrones, has yet again put Rahul Gandhi's leadership in the spotlight, and he's completely missing in action. And I'm not saying this myself. One of the biggest Karnataka Congress leaders, it doesn't get bigger than former Chief Minister of the Congress party in Karnataka, Veerappa Moily, is asking for the central leadership to step down. He's saying virtually the unthinkable in the Congress party. He's saying that that is the high command, the central leadership, is responsible for the chaos that is playing out in Karnataka. So far, we've only seen and heard Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president, address the leadership tussle. Rahul Gandhi continues to be in the shadows. He hasn't said one word about what's going on. We've just broken the story about how the high command, whoever it is, has in some manner or the other cracked the whip and ordered DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah to somehow, at least optically, for the optics, for the cameras, build a kind of united presence and shake each other's hand perhaps tomorrow in public to give the impression that all is well, when we know very well that all is far from being well. The question now is Rahul Gandhi, who continues to be missing in action despite the buck literally stopping with him, is he being shielded from this firestorm that has erupted in Karnataka? DK Shivakumar has continued to flex muscle all day today. He's now been ordered to meet Siddaramaiah tomorrow.
Locally, mayors seem to be upset.
I don't want any of community angle. I have my own angle. My community is Congress community. Congress is my community. They, of course, I may belong to one community. They may like me.
Yeah.
That is different. My love is there to all sections of the society. It may be a backward class. It may be a scheduled caste. It may be a minorities. Everyone. Even Wakaligas are backward class people. So
NDTV's Deepak Bopana is right outside DK Shivakumar, the Deputy Chief Minister's residence in Sadashiv Nagar area of Bengaluru. Deepak, I remember the last time as well, and I'm getting a sense of deja vu now. The last time the two leaders were feuding in public in the same manner, the High Command had very similarly asked them to put up a united front, for the cameras, and at least on the face of it, try and radiate some kind of being together and not really fighting for something like that. Is DK Shivakumar prepared to go down that same road now? He's received the orders. That's what you're telling us.
Well, it's not just the breakfast meeting. Definitely, there are more assurances that have come in for this meeting to take place. That yes, there is going to be a dialogue that's going to be held very soon. But meanwhile, things have to, be pretty clean because it has got, down and dirty here in Karnataka. You shouldn't have a government. You shouldn't have a chief minister and the deputy chief minister in an apparent rift like the way it has come down to. You have multiple meetings of MLAs, of different camps. You have multiple statements that have been coming to the fore over the last few days. Now, on the other hand, you have veteran leaders like Mr. Veerappa Moily pointing fingers directly at the High Command and saying, well, you should have handled this better. And if you ask many of the leaders off the record, they'll say the same thing. And Mr. Moily, of course, has gone on record to say it because he has the seniority and he feels right now, he can say whatever his, heart or mind feels like saying. And that's what he's exactly done, which is the honest truth, because you cannot have a situation where, there is, a bloodbath on the streets and you continue to wait and see all of this unfold and not take care of it, because this should have been resolved much earlier. If there was actually an assurance that things are going to change and there's going to be a leadership switch on the 20th of November 2025, the conversation should have begun in September itself, not wait till the 20th and see what happens. And we've seen what has happened over the last few days and it has been downright ugly. We'll really have to see whether the meeting that will be held tomorrow will fix these things to a large extent, and after that what is going to be anticipated, whether there's going to be a call to Delhi, and there the decision, of course, is something that we all have to wait and watch.
Rahul Gandhi is being conspicuous by his silence as well as his absence. A politician who, constantly says, Daro mat, has this very confrontational image, says, I take all issues fearlessly head on. He's nowhere to be seen. One wonders whether he is even in touch personally with Siddaramaiah or DK Shivakumar. I'm going to come to that question in just a moment. Deepak, stay with me. But we've been talking about this secret pact that DK Shivakumar is continuously harping on through his camp. A secret pact, in other words, a promise that was made allegedly to DK Shivakumar by certain biggies in the Congress party that basically assured him that he would get a chance to sit on the chief minister's chair in this tenure. So DK Shivakumar claimed a secret deal between 5 to 6 congressmen and himself after the 2023 election victory. Rahul and Sonia Gandhi were not part of that group of 5. They did not decide on the Karnataka pact, is what our sources are telling us. The pact was between, and listen to this carefully because I'm going to come back to it, viewer. The pact was between DK Shivakumar, who is the interested party, Siddaramaiah, the chief minister, who is also an interested party, Mallikarjun Kharge, General Secretary in charge of Karnataka. Very, very powerful central leader in charge of Karnataka. It is among these 5 people that the secret pact was apparently forged. Rahul and Sonia Gandhi, watching from above, supported this collective decision. So already, as you can see, a narrative is being built to distance the Gandhis from this so-called secret pact in order to somehow shield them from the possible blowback of in which direction this entire crisis actually moves. Which leads me to my next element on India Matters tonight, which is Rahul Gandhi is the de facto boss of the Congress party. He is the man who pulls all the levers. He's the man who signs on every single big decision. Where is he? Why is nobody seeing him or hearing him on such an important issue? Shouldn't he at least be seen to be engaging with the principals in Bengaluru and trying to sort out this mess? Isn't he an unconventional politician? Mallikarjun Kharge is holding all the key meetings. Fair enough. He is the Congress president, except Mallikarjun Kharge says the High Command will decide. And by the High Command, he has to mean Rahul Gandhi because Sonia Gandhi is semi-retired. Word given to DK Shivakumar by Kharge and Surjewala, not Rahul Gandhi. Therefore, distancing Rahul Gandhi from any assurance given to DK Shivakumar and therefore any potential fallout. Rahul backed the pact. He didn't make the pact, but he backed the pact is the narrative now being put out by certain interested parties within the Congress, but hasn't delivered on the promise yet. You see what I'm getting at? Rahul Gandhi didn't make the promise, but he supports the promise. Congress troubleshooters are trying to resolve the crisis. There is no question about it. But where is Rahul Gandhi? He is not in favor of a change in chief minister, is our understanding of how Rahul has dealt with this same issue in the past as well. But where is Rahul Gandhi now? Is he being protected from the potential fallout of this situation deteriorating or spiraling even more out of control is the question now. I want to go back to Deepak outside DK Shivakumar's house. Deepak, this breakfast meeting tomorrow between Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar will obviously happen behind closed doors, but I'm assuming that the way it has been framed, the way the High Command wants it to turn out, there will be some kind of a photo op. They might shake hands, they might raise their hands together like they've done in the past, except that this time it might come across as very cliched given that they've been taking direct pot shots at each other on social media. Both the camps are, leaking vicious stuff about the other side to journalists like you and me for the last 100 hours and counting now. Is the public even going to buy such optics now, Deepak?
Well, politics is about optics, Shiv, and unfortunately for the people, this is all that we get at the end of the day, because people here, of course, have been demanding optimum governance. That's the reason here Karnataka gave them a mandate. That was something that they needed to ensure happens. But unfortunately here, for MLAs becoming ministers, board chairmen, for leaders, of course, their own aspirations has come before that. But of course, you also have to feel for some of these leaders who've been toiling all of these years to get to that top post. But unfortunately, yes, governance, because of all of this, takes a back seat, and that needs to get back on track. And tomorrow there is going to be definitely, like you said, in all possibility, a photo op moment. There is going to be the shake of hands if they do actually land up meeting. Things are so dynamic and fluid that things can change in a matter of a few hours here. But now what I've been told is that directions have clearly come in that what has happened over the last several days, some of the comments have been unnecessary, unwarranted, because Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge had clearly said that there is going to be discussions that will be held with the High Command, and nobody needs to be in any sort of haste and should not really be making any sort of comments. But despite that, it seems like things were just moving at a pace that the High Command couldn't control. And especially you were just mentioning about the social media posts. That was something that didn't go down too well at all. When Mr. DK Shivakumar made that statement that, word is world power. And then, we had a social media post from Mr. Siddaramaiah going on to say that, word is just not a slogan. It's the assurance that we give to the people, trying to talk two different things and indirectly take pot shots at each other. That really showed the differences that there is between the two leaders. This is something that came to the notice of the High Command, and this has also been brought up during the conversation, is what I've been told. Tomorrow when they do meet, what will be the conversation? We'll of course probably try to get hold of some of the information, at least if not all of it, from that closed door conversation. But post that meeting, when the High Command actually calls them to Delhi, and the decision that they're going to take and the blowback that decision was going to have in Karnataka, can the top brass manage that? That is going to be the bigger question.
Okay, Deepak, thanks for the moment for joining me. He's going to be staking it out outside DK Shivakumar's house. Nobody's spoken more to both the leaders than Deepak and his team in Bengaluru. So keep watching. They're going to be tracking those leaders overnight tonight to see how things play out before that big breakfast meeting. Welcoming onto our coverage tonight on India Matters, Asif Seth. He is a sitting MLA from Karnataka, belongs to the Congress party. Rashid Kidwai, senior journalist, avid Congress watcher. Few people know more about what's going on inside the Congress than Rashid. And Anand Ranganathan, our favorite commentator, analyst, author. Thank you, all three of you, for being with me tonight. Anand and Rashid, bear with me for just a few minutes as I bring in Asif Seth, who is the MLA from Karnataka. Mr. Seth, thank you. Good to see you. Breakfast meeting has been ordered tomorrow, sir, by the High Command of the two leaders. They've been ordered to have breakfast, pose for the cameras, maybe show off some unity tomorrow. Can you tell us what's going to happen?
There have been breakfasts before the cabinet meetings and monthly meetings or fortnightly meetings. This is nothing new in the party. And about something different. I would like to say that I was on the stage with Mr. Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar ji today in the afternoon in Bangalore. Both of them were there, both of them were cordial, both of them spoke, and there is a lot has been said. What I feel is going out of hand. There is no rift in the party. We all 138 are with the government.
Mr. Seth, I'm going to fix that line with you. Mr. Seth, I'm going to fix that line with you. I'm not getting your audio very clearly. I'm going to ask Anand and Rashid to stay with me because Veerappa Moily is joining us live tonight on India Matters. It doesn't get bigger than this. Veerappa Moily, seasoned Congress elder, veteran leader of the Congress party, former Congress chief minister in Karnataka. Mr. Moily, thank you, sir. Thank you for being with us here on NDTV. My first question to you.
Thank you.
My first question to you, sir. You have put the onus on the High Command. We just heard your soundbite a moment ago on the agencies where you've said that the central leadership should take responsibility for this, for what's happening in Karnataka right now, sir.
Yeah, very much so. You know, the party has been very strong here. The people have given a massive mandate for the Congress party to rule and govern, give a strong government, and there is political stability within the government, and that stability will have to be maintained. That is what the electorate wants, people of Karnataka wants. We owe a responsibility to the Congress party as such, you know, owes a responsibility to the entire electorate. If there is some understanding, you know, which has been arrived, you know, I think there should be smooth transition, and this kind of a confusion, and you know, all matadishas and the caste leaders rallying around, and you know, they're telling that, you know, if A is not made chief minister, then you know, the entire caste will go against. You know, this kind of a blackmailing from outside is not necessary. It is absolutely an internal matter. I think the High Command will have to step in immediately, stop this kind of an anarchy, stop this kind of a lobbying by outside forces, not inside the Congress, outside forces, and tell all the leaders, whoever, you know, the concerned stakeholders, that not to canvass or lobby like this. And if they have faith in High Command, they will have to wait and wait for the decision of the High Command. And the High Command also should step in immediately, and that is their duty to halt these, you know, most disastrous events which are taking place here. So it is an internal matter. As such, it has to be internally, silently dealt by our leaders, so that decision may come, or you know, whatever the decision. I am not for either this or that. I am for a stability of the party, and you know, the people of Karnataka still are with the Congress. While taking decision, you will have to ensure that another 2.5 years we run the government smoothly, and you know, whatever the promises we have made to the electorate, it has to be fulfilled. Then give a clean and effective governance. Then it is also the responsibility of the government in place or the leaders in place, you know, to ensure that, you know, we run a government in such a way so that next election Congress will come back again. It's a very precious state for the Congress party. We need to very cautiously and very carefully preserve this asset of the Congress party in Karnataka. Otherwise, the BJP, you know, everywhere they are trying to indulge in all sorts of things so that Congress can be dislodged. And I don't think, you know, they should enter or break the strong fort of Congress party in Karnataka.
Mr. Moily, why do you think Sonia Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi have not stepped in so far and ended this very public feud between Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar? Why have they not done it so far, sir?
If they have not done it so far, you know, they should at least act now. And first stop this confusion, taking this issue to the public, taking this issue to the mutts, taking these issues to the caste leaders. You know, Congress has been the most secular, remained as the secular party at least in Karnataka, and all over the country, and that is the strength of the party. And if we break this kind of a fort of secularism in Karnataka, and it will affect the entire politics of Congress party all over the country. Now the caste leaders, the communal politics is bad, whereas the caste politics is worst. I don't think that the caste should prevail here to decide who should be the CM, who is not to be the CM.
Who do you blame, Mr. Moily, for this confusion and lack of clarity so far? Who do you blame for this?
I blame everybody who is in the decision-making authority. If the according to the statements here and there, given that there was a promise that only 2.5 years there will be a change of guard, and if that is all implemented, let the transition be very smooth, effective, and it should not disturb the whole edifice of the party and accountability.
The secret pact that is being talked about, Mr. Moily, is said to have been overseen by the Gandhis when it was made to DK Shivakumar 2.5 years ago. Can they go back on that? You're saying you cannot go back on a promise.
No. If the promise has been given, I don't think they should need to go back. But at the same, there is a caveat. The caveat is that whether any new incumbent will be in a position to carry on the government for another 2.5 years smoothly, and whether that if government can give an effective governance so that next election will come back again. These two things will have to be priced off, and will have to take it into account while taking a decision as on today.
What is your understanding of what has been promised to DK Shivakumar, Mr. Moily? You are a former chief minister in Karnataka. You know how these things work. Both these leaders.
Sorry.
What has been promised? What is your understanding of it?
I have no idea at all, because we have not been, these days the Congress is run only between the incumbent CM and the people who are concerned about it. And all this accountability to the cadre or the accountability to the leaders and taking the leaders outside the government into confidence, all this process has been given up in the National Congress Party. The Congress Party will have to take these things, even the in-charge people, they come here, talk to the CM or some PCC president, then go back again. They don't undertake extensive tours all over Karnataka, assess what is happening in the inside the Congress, and whether there is accountability at the booth level, whether the booth level cadre is ready. There were days when you used to say the Congress is a mass-based party, so that there need not be a proper organization or there need not be any proper cadre built at the booth level. Nowadays, all this is given up. That is why, even some of the leaders like us, who have been in the Congress party all these 50 years, the people in charge will not come and discuss with us. Or even if you ask for time, they will not give time to us. This kind of a non-accountability by the people who are in charge, and so that they can have a proper feedback what is happening around. Suddenly, the crisis comes, then, all of us are taken aback. And I don't think, leaders like us, kept as passive spectators, look at things, things happen, and, we have no say in this matter. That is the problem now.
Mr. Moily, at one point of time in the Congress, this kind of very public lobbying and muscle flexing and power projection towards the High Command would have been unthinkable, sir. It would have been seen as a gross act of indiscipline. How do you think it's happening now?
No, that will be, I must tell you, that is why I am telling you, what is the guarantee? All caste leaders will not vote Congress, or all caste leaders or the caste heads will not support one party. They start various parties. Telling that, take the party or the mutts or the communities, community leaders. I don't say community. Community leaders, taking the government in ransom. What happens if you now respond to their wishes tomorrow, they will take control of the government and they will interfere in everything. I don't think it is a desirable development in Karnataka.
One final question, Mr. Moily. Mallikarjun Kharge, who's the Congress president, when he is asked about this entire crisis, he says the High Command will decide. People are confused. Isn't the Congress president supposed to take these decisions? Why is it being outsourced to the High Command? Why can't Mr. Kharge take a decision? Do you think Rahul Gandhi, who most people perceive as the de facto leader of the Congress party right now, he has been missing in action throughout this entire episode, sir? Sonia Gandhi, we know she is semi-retired. Rahul Gandhi is where the buck stops. He is missing in action.
No, in my experience, all these 50 years, I was in the government of India, I was here, I have been in charge of the 4 or 5 states, successfully I handled it. Having known that, High Command, main person in the High Command is AICC President. I don't think, he can shirk the responsibility. He must own the responsibility. That too, he hails from Karnataka. He will know the matters better than anybody else. So I don't think he can shirk the responsibility. He has to step in and, play his role as a High Command or AICC President.
What do you think Rahul Gandhi should do, sir? Do you think he has any role or he can't do anything here?
No, he has also a role because he is a leader of the opposition and, he is considered to be the leader of the party, number one leader of the party now. Otherwise, Sonia ji will not allow things to like this. She always, whenever she handles a job, she is done effectively and she has been an excellent decision taker. And, I don't think, under her regime, this would have happened. So that is why, I think mostly Mallikarjuna Kharge ji and also Rahul Gandhi will have to step in and, the people think that, they are the decision makers today. And having taken that kind of a responsibility, they will have to act. And act immediately. Now stop all this humbug of, the Swamijis giving statement, caste leaders threatening the party. All these things will have to be stopped first. Lobbying should stop first, then in the transition stage, the decision will have to be taken.
Veerappa Moily ji, thank you very much for speaking to NDTV. Thank you very much for speaking to us on India Matters tonight. No, it's because
thank you.
A former Karnataka Chief Minister, and I want to bring our guests back into the conversation here. Anand Ranganathan, Rashid Kidwai are still with us. Anand, I want to come to you first. You've just heard Veerappa Moily. Unusually strident remarks from a former Karnataka Congress Chief Minister saying that the High Command is accountable, the High Command is responsible, and they have, and I'm paraphrasing here, this is a dereliction of their duty for letting this thing simply spiral and they should be blamed for it. Anand, what do you think?
Good evening, Shiv, and good evening to my fellow panelists. By the way, that was an excellent interview, and it's good for Mr. Moily that it ended when it did, because had you kept on prodding him for more and more answers, he would have been forced to resign tomorrow, the way things are going in Congress. So he should possibly thank you that the interview got over much earlier. Brilliant questions and very frank answers. Obviously nothing to do with the fact that he's a former politician now or, has been in power earlier. But 3 or 4 very quick points to make. Number one, look, it's not a matter of or a question of high command. It's a question of the command being high, if you know what I mean. This is the day when the Congress has turned out in proverbial symbolic Mahatma Gandhi's face. It got slapped on the left cheek by the Supreme Court on the Bihar SIR. And let me quote the quote. Deletions took place on clear grounds such as death, migration, and duplication. The process seemed proper. And we've had so many paralegals, but not a single objector came forward to lodge a complaint. This is what the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice of India has said as far as the SIR Bihar was concerned, what Rahul Gandhi has been alleging for 3 months as being vote chori. On the second cheek, when the second cheek was offered, came the Q2 blazing GDP figure of 8.2%, came the fact that the Sensex has breached the magical 86,000 mark. So much for dead economy. But be that as it may, The 3 points specifically on Karnataka is one, and I'm tired of asking this question. And till now, no congressman worth his or her salt has explained to me the answer properly, rationally. You see, any decision that has been taken in the last 2.5 years obviously has been taken by Mr. Siddaramaiah. Now there's a tussle going on, power tussle, Mr. D.K. Shivakumar. But tell me, has a single decision that's been taken in Karnataka has either been overturned by the High Command or being in a disagreement with the High Command? Obviously, no. Hence the fact, does it matter who becomes the chief minister? Because whoever takes that chair, their decision will never be overturning of the directives or the orders of the High Command. As simple as that. They would do what the High Command asked them to do. Even if the state is going bankrupt, which it is, by the way. Incidentally, when Congress took over, Shiv, as you know, the debt was 5.5 lakh crores. Today, Congress has added 2.2 lakh crores. The debt right now of Karnataka is an unimaginable 7.7 lakh crores. Every year, you have the Grey Lakshmi scheme and other schemes that are costing Exchequer 51,000 crore rupees. They've been budgeted. But the CAG says that who's going to pay for this ultimately? This is Karnataka is going fast, spiraling down bankruptcy. Now, none of those schemes have been overturned. None of the directives of the high commands have been overturned. So, the question that needs to be asked is actually to Mr. D.K. Shivkumar. Grin and bear it. Because even if you were to become the chief minister, you would not be able to do anything over and above what the High Command asks you to do. So become a team player. I know it's difficult because what I really worry now, this is my final point, is that the whole tussle is going to go the Madhya Pradesh way, or the Rajasthan way. I worry that sedition charges might be slapped on D.K. Shivkumar like they were slapped on Sachin Pilot.
Very interesting take, and one that zooms out a little about leadership and whether D.K. Shivakumar even wants to be the chief minister. Anand has always been very biting, but Rashid, we have Asif also, but Rashid, I wanted you to comment just for a moment on Veerappa Moily. There may be a context in which Veerappa Moily speaks, which one may be aware of, but the substance of what he says, do you think that tomorrow's breakfast meeting, as has been ordered, we are hearing, between D.K. Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah, it's actually unthinkable in this circumstance. Do you think that's going to be a starting point of some reparations now?
Yeah, so I think, Shiv, we must remember at present, Mr. Veerappa Moily is not in the thick of things. He was part of the G23 groupies who had signed a letter against Rahul Gandhi, in a way, revolt. And Mr. Veerappa Moily obviously doesn't get along with current AICC president, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge. So he has a lot of things to say.
He has an axe to grind.
His pronouncements we're going to make any qualitative or quantitative difference in Karnataka politics. I think the directive that has gone referring to your breakfast meeting and all is a pointer to, as I've been saying, Thanda Karke Khao approach of the Congress party. They don't want angry Siddaramaiah or a very defiant D.K. Shivkumar to come on negotiating table or talk. So they will, they've been asked to present a united face, and maybe in a couple of months' time or so, as Mr. Siddaramaiah says, that he wants to present, complete the number of days as chief minister and present budget. Then sometime later, maybe between March to May, that a change of guards will take place. For DK, it's not a bad situation because he will have full 2 years to be chief minister and then lead the party in 2028 elections. So DK is just putting pressure so that the third party, that being Parmeshwaran or someone else, would not step in. He wants a firm assurance. You've shown a lot of, I was listening to very attentively. See, this is a problem. So it is actually a failure of the Congress managers that Randeep Surjewala and Kharge and others who had brokered some kind of a deal, a secret deal. They should have, been able to execute it. Since they failed to execute it, Gandhis are also upset with them. And I think one more thing, just last thing I want to say, that tide is turning against Mr. Kharge. Mr. Kharge comes from Karnataka. The more and more voices will come because congressmen know that they cannot, or they would not challenge Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi. So Kharge he will come under a lot of attack in time to come.
I think you're right, because Mallikarjun Kharge, being from Karnataka, being the Congress president, all of this happening, on his watch, as it were, makes him look like he's got no control over what's happening. But what's happening on the inside? Asif Seth is a Karnataka Congress MLA. Sir, what is happening on the inside? Don't give us the flowery public version. Andar kya ho raha hai, sir? What is happening on the inside? The two leaders are going to have breakfast tomorrow. They have been fighting on Twitter like Anand and I usually fight with people. What is going on?
When you're speaking about Twitter, I would like to say, when Mr. D.K. Shivakumar said, word is world power, he meant it for our guarantee schemes, not for anything else. What guarantees we have given? We have given the five guarantees. What word we had given before the elections, we have abided by that. We have followed it from the first month of our governance itself. The first month of our government itself, we have done that. And when it came about Mr. Kharge and High Command, Mr. Kharge has very clearly said that Sonia ji, Rahul ji, and I, we will decide in Delhi what is to be done and how it is to be done, if anything has to be done at all. And Mr. Gandhi and Mr. Sonia ji, Mr. Rahul ji not intervening, there was no point, and there was nothing that their intervention was needed.
But the damage is done for 96 hours now. This public feuding has, everyone is talking about it. NDTV's coverage has, set the agenda. The whole media is covering it, saying, where the next blow is going to land from. But my question to you, Asif sir, is that you are known to be close to the Chief Minister. Is the Chief Minister, Mr. Siddaramaiah, okay with some kind of a transition? That is the question that the Karnataka public wants to know. Is he actually okay with some formula of transition, or is he going to dig in his heels and say, I am not letting anyone else become Chief Minister. I will be here for the next 2.5 years.
I am very close to Mr. Siddaramaiah ji, no doubt about it. I am very close to our Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar ji, who I am the DCC President and he is my KPCC President. And the amount of hard work he has done, I have seen it. The amount of pain he has taken, I have seen it. And I would like to say one thing, that there will be no split in the party, because D.K. Shivakumar ji is a party man, he is a congressman. He will not allow any harm to come to the party from any source or anywhere. And Siddaramaiah ji is also a party person. He is a good administrator, but he will also not like to see the party into any sort of damage. I am very sure of this. And one more thing I would like to say. Both of these people are together. They have been together. People like us, from one camp or another camp or this camp or that camp, we are the people who are causing problems. We are the people who are making things worse. We should leave it to the High Command. I have not seen one sentence of Mr. D.K. Shivakumar ji that I want to be the Chief Minister or 2.5 years.
But you are being very candid about camps. Asif sir, you are being very candid about camps.
I am from Belgaum district. Satish Jarkioli ji is my district minister. I am very close to him, so they think I am from that camp. As district president, people think that I am from D.K. Shivakumar ji's camp. As an MLA, I have been there and I have been very close to Siddaramaiah ji. They think I am from that camp. But in all, I am a congressman, a true congressman, and so are 90% of our MLAs and of our people. They will not allow any harm to come.
Sir, your emotions are understandable, Asif sir, but let me tell you that I don't think you realize it, but you have been unusually candid today. You have said something today about the camps and said, people should stop this, it's damaging, it should go to the High Command. I actually commend you for being that honest, because that is literally the truth. Literally the truth. You have Rashid here. Rashid here gets leaks from both camps. I get leaks from both camps. Sir, believe me, there is a lot of animosity and hostility.
When I am saying camps, it is like some people have got their own leaders. They follow their leaders. Others have other leaders. But they are all congressmen, and they will be congressmen. And when the time comes, everybody will be together. In fact, D.K. Shivakumar ji and Siddaramaiah ji are together.
I hope so.
They are together. I can vouch for that. I can put my hand to my heart and say it, yes, They are together and they will not allow any harm to come to the party.
And I genuinely hope so, Asit sir, because the Congress got a big formidable mandate in 2023. I was on the ground and covered it. They deserve stability and the ability to govern peacefully without all these feuds. So I will leave it there, but I will give the last 45 seconds.
I would like to say one thing, sir.
Yes.
Rahul ji walked for over 5,000 to 7,000 kilometers. Why did he do it? He did not do it for any personal thing or anything. He wanted to unite the country. He wanted to unite the youth of the country. He has done that. And when the time comes, and he could have been a minister any time in the Congress government, but he refused. He said, I don't want it.
But that is there are other explanations for that, sir. But I take your point. I take your point for what you're saying.
Yes,
we'll leave it there. Anand, last word to you. What's going to be on the menu tomorrow at the breakfast between DK Shivakumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah? What's on the menu tomorrow, according to you?
I think it might be sugar-free Mysore Pak. No, but, well-tried chef. But, I have to say this, Mr. Asif is a very tough nut to crack. So he played along very well. But, just one question comes to mind. It is natural for politicians to, the quest for power is absolutely natural. They'll be lying if they say they don't want to be, be at the top spot. But I give you one example. Who won BJP the recent Madhya Pradesh election with a thumping majority? It was Shivraj Singh Chauhan. And everyone, including him, I dare say, was expecting him to be anointed the chief minister. He wasn't. Did you hear a single murmur of protest? No. In fact, you look at state after state in BJP. People, even BJP Karyakartas don't know who their chief minister is. Even, I dare say, even right now, if I were to ask you to name the chief minister of Gujarat, Gujarat or Chhattisgarh or Rajasthan or Madhya Pradesh, you might jumble up.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, it works as a team. And thereby, I say that Congress, if it wants to survive another 2.5 years, has to forget about who wants the chief minister kursi. Just go and do what the High Command says.
Let's see if that happens over breakfast tomorrow. I somehow have my doubts, knowing both these personalities fairly well from up close as well. But as I said, the hope is for stability. The hope is for some kind of a truce between these two leaders, because Karnataka deserves that. Thank you very much, Asit sir, for being with us. Anand, as always, a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Rashid as well for joining us on this. It's a wrap on India Matters. We'll be tracking the story right through prime time, overnight and early tomorrow morning as well. The Karnataka Game of Thrones is our big agenda-setting story. The buck stops here with Padmaja. Comes up next.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's leading AI smartphone brand. Motorola Edge 60 Pro. Grab Motorola Edge 60 Pro today.
सैल्यूट है जी। आप देश की रक्षा में जान लगा देते हैं।
और आप?
घर घर में तार लगाते हैं जी। ई बीम टेक्नोलॉजी से बनी, न जले न पिघले, सबकी रक्षा करे।
हम सरहद पर लोगों की रक्षा करते हैं और आप देश के अंदर। सैल्यूट तो बनता है जी।
अपार अणुशक्ति फायर प्रोटेक्ट वायर। अपार, देश का तार।
They have inspired us. They have redefined what's possible. They have shown how ideas spark inspiration and create impact. NDTV Indian of the Year 2025. Ideas, inspiration, impact. Coming soon.
Across the country.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
The best app to use is the NDTV app.
दुनिया भर में जब भी भारतीय मीडिया की चर्चा होती है तो एनडीटीवी सबसे पहले जिक्र में आता है।
मैं आपका बात से सहमत हूं। उल्टे हम भी जब विदेश जाते हैं, the best app to use is the NDTV app.
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground. Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling. They are now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad sahab, ऐसे मत कीजिए. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to. And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude, we're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship, the line of control, Shiv Aroor, NDTV.
With the original game changer, the one and only यो हनी सिंह बनने के पीछे की आपकी कहानी, ये नाम कैसे पड़ा?
मेरे दोस्त हैं गोवा से, तो वो हर चीज में यो that's yours, yo that's yours. जिना तेरे ना सी प्यार हुण किते हो भी नहीं सकदा, रातां नूं मैं सो भी नहीं सकदा.
On the open fairways, under a vast sky, a new chapter in golf was written. The inaugural NDTV PGTI Golf Pro-Am Tournament, uniting business leaders and the best of Indian professional golf for a day of strategy, skill and pure sporting spirit. From booming drives to clutch putts, catch the action at these times.
The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindhu.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones. To fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live. Unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Centre.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France. In Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV.
Pulling us into this country.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll. Watch me, Priyanka Deo, on NDTV World. Namaste.
Namaste, India. As you all know, I've been traveling around the world with my music. But this one is truly special. Something that's India. You all must have seen the magic that was created in Kun Faya Kun. Now it's your chance to experience it with me. So book your tickets from District app and together let's create harmony of hearts. See you, Delhi.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business.
So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
On the open fairways, under a vast sky, a new chapter in golf was written. The inaugural NDTV PGTI Golf Pro-Am Tournament, uniting business leaders and the best of Indian professional golf for a day of strategy, skill and pure sporting spirit. From booming drives to clutch putts, catch the action at these times.
सल्यूट है जी। आप देश की रक्षा में जान लगा देते हैं
और आप
घर घर में तार लगाते हैं जी। ई बीम टेक्नोलॉजी से बनी, न जले न पिघले, सबकी रक्षा करे।
हम सरहद पर लोगों की रक्षा करते हैं और आप देश के अंदर। सल्यूट तो बनता है जी।
अपार अणुशक्ति फायर प्रोटेक्ट वायर, अपार देश का तार।
They have inspired us. They have redefined what's possible. They have shown how ideas spark inspiration and create impact. NDTV Indian of the Year 2025. Ideas, inspiration, impact. Coming soon.
Across the country.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
The best app to use is the NDTV app.
दुनिया भर में जब भी भारतीय मीडिया की चर्चा होती है तो एनडीटीवी सबसे पहले जिक्र में आता है।
मैं आपका बात से सहमत हूं। उल्टे हम भी जब विदेश जाते हैं, द बेस्ट ऐप टू यूज इज द एनडीटीवी ऐप।
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground.
Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling.
They're now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad sahab, ऐसे मत कीजिए। Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude.
We're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship.
The line of control, Shiv Aroor, NDTV.
With the original game changer, the one and only यो हनी सिंह बनने के पीछे की आपकी कहानी, ये नाम कैसे पड़ा?
मेरे दोस्त हैं गोवा से, तो वो हर चीज में यो that's yours, yo that's yours. जिना तेरे ना सी प्यार हुण किते हो भी नहीं सकदा, रातां नूं मैं सो भी नहीं सकदा।
On the open fairways, under a vast sky, a new chapter in golf was written. The inaugural NDTV PGTI Golf Pro-Am Tournament, uniting business leaders and the best of Indian professional golf for a day of strategy, skill and pure sporting spirit. From booming drives to clutch putts, catch the action at these times.
The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindoor.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones to fighter jet cockpits and the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live, unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Centre.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area.
North Ukraine. In France. In Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV.
Pulling us into this country.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll.